What's good, everybody, man? It is June, the middle of the year, and what better way, man, to take a look back at everything that's released this year and give you guys my top 10 sneakers of 2023 so far. Remember now, guys, this is my little list. This is not just the overall, what you guys might like, I might not like, what I might like, you guys might not like. So, you know, just take what I'm saying as an opinion at the end of the day. Coming in at number 10, we have the Jordan 13 playoffs. These released on February 18th, coming in at $210. And one of my favorite sneaker releases of this year, man. It's definitely been a shoe that I've been waiting for to come back in retro that I can get my hands on, as it was a shoe that released back in like high school for me. And I wanted that all black 13. I wanted that championship ring around there, even though it's not technically what it is. But, you know, I like to think of that ring as a, you know, ring for Jordan, you feel me? And the shoe itself, you know, it sold well. It didn't completely sell out, but for the most part right now, I mean, they're pretty much gone. You might be able to even get them for below retail at secondary markets, but for the most part, I think the shoe did fairly well for what it is, it being a classic sneaker. It's been a minute since these released. I want to say 2011, and I want to say also the original day of 1997. But, you know, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Coming in at number 9, the REIMAGINED 12, and that is of the black, white. What is the release overall? Releasing also in February on the 26th at a retail price point of $225. This release overall, in my opinion, it flatlined. I'm gonna be honest, you feel me? Why is it on the list? Because I still feel like REIMAGINED has been killing it. And I don't feel like it's the brand, I just feel like it's the model of the shoe they end up doing. Whether it's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 12, I think it's really the type of model that's being put out there. Because every single model since then has been doing, you know, phenomenal for the most part. But the 12s, they might not be for everybody out there. You feel me? Everybody wants those 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5, and, you know, sometimes a little sprinkle at 7. I honestly think the next REIMAGINED collabs that come out, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna do well. I just think it's really the model that they end up doing. And for this 12, it didn't hit as much, but for the most, and you can get them for like 180 right now. Like, you can get them for like stupid. However, I still think that it's a dope release overall, and resale should not dictate where a shoe should be at on a list. That's just being, you know, I'm tired of it, you feel me? Just because a shoe's going for 160 don't mean that it's not a great, you know, it's not a great release. It don't have to go for $1,000 to be on this list, or on my list at least. So at number 9, REIMAGINED. Coming in at number 8, man, we have actually a shoe that's very new, releasing on June 1st, and that is the TEYANA Taylor Jordan 1 Comfort 2, retailing for $150. I think that this shoe itself is awesome. I think she did a great job coming in with this shoe. I think the shoe itself did well. The reception did well. The shoe flew off the market. I think overall the design, the quality, it being a Comfort 2 and actually getting that type of build up and composure, I think overall solid sneaker. And I think it played well to the theme of her in general. So like, I think they just did a really good job when it came to this sneaker overall. I liked it even as a man, you know, men, women, it didn't really matter. I think the shoe itself was awesome, you feel me? And I still got one to this day, you feel me? And I like it a lot. And not to contradict myself, I don't want to contradict myself from the last statement of the previous shoe, but I gotta state it that the fact that this shoe retailed for $150 and it's going for how much it is, like, that's insane. That's just the demand of the shoe itself. However, hey, that shoe retailing for $150 and it's going for $300, almost $400, it doesn't mean that I gotta put it at number 2 or 1. You know, I could put it as low as a number 8 still, because I feel like there are other shoes out here that, you know, did very well and I think are just better overall. But TEYANA Taylor, you did your thing. Salutes, salutes. Number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have the Air Max 1 Big Bubble. These released on March 26th for a retail price point of $150, and it came in men and women sizes. A classic, and salutes to Nike because they brought back the Air Max in its original form. Not, you know, changed up, even though change is good. But sometimes it's good to really get that OG Nike feel. We've seen it with the reimagined 1s, the reimagined 3s, We're getting, I feel like it's another shoe that we recently got that has that same type of OG type of look. But the Air Max 1 Big Bubble, another one of those added to the arsenal. So we got that feeling of something that maybe we're unable to get because we weren't born or just didn't have the shoe no longer. I like what Nike's doing there. I just hope they don't overdo it, bro, because they used to, you know, they'll beat the hell out of something at the end of the day. However, with this shoe, I had to add this one to the arsenal. I haven't gotten rid of the other 2017 pair, but more than likely, I'll keep my Big Bubble and get rid of that one because I like the OG. I like the originality, the original Dundada to that Big Bubble. Coming in at number 7, Air Max 1 Big Bubble. Coming in at number 6, we have the Jordan 3 Reimagined. And I honestly love this shoe. Can I be honest though? I felt like it didn't get the, it came and went really fast. However, it's definitely a shoe that I wanted to add to my arsenal because I did not have a Jordan 3 with that Nike Air. I didn't have that in my own collection and I wanted it. I did have something of it close, the Jordan 3 free throw line, which had the, you know, cleared out bottom. I got rid of them because I just wanted this. This is the one I actually wanted. So salutes to Jordan Brand and Nike for bringing this one back in fruition. It released on March 11th for $210. That little bit of that higher price point, $210, $200. We're getting a little bit back and forth. I was definitely satisfied overall with the purchase of this and getting this one in hand. And I honestly think that like the coming and going plays a lot of part of how these shoes get leaked out. We knew about this shoe being released in 2023 from damn near like the beginning of the 2022. So when the shoe finally comes, that you know, build up is almost gone in a way. People are like, you know, it's not the same. One of the big problems, I guess, of early leaks. I mean, we already know now military blues are coming. What is that? Is it? I want to say it's 2024. Hopefully it ain't this year, but I think they're releasing next year. We got tons of shoes already lined up of what is to come in 2024, and by the time that shoe comes, we've been already, you know, we're on to what's going out in 2025. It just, in my opinion, it plays a big part of that buildup. And I love this shoe. It definitely deserves to be where it's at, maybe even higher on your list, but it's definitely on my list. And it could go up. It could go up. We'll have to wait and see. Coming in at number 5, we have the Jordan 4 Thunder. Releasing on May 13th, retail $210. Me personally, bro, I think the Thunders didn't get the love that they deserve. I feel like they needed to be more hyped up. I mean, we had the Lightnings released the year before, right? The Thunders, phenomenal. The Red Thunders were like crazy. I feel like the Red Thunders did better than the Black and Yellow Thunders as far as the hype goes. But for me personally, this was a must cop, a must added addition to the collection, being a shoe that I haven't seen in quite some time. I want to say, what, 10 years almost, and then originally releasing back when I was in high school. I had to add this one to the arsenal alongside with the Light. It was automatic. It was automatic for me and a lot of people. However, I will say, I think a lot of pairs were just made. So salutes to Nike and Jordan Brand for doing that. I think tons of pairs of these shoes were just made so everybody was able to get their hands. If you ain't been able to get your hands on a pair of Thunders, let me know down below. I want to know because, bro, I feel like those shoes were just floating around. I think Soul Play might even got a few pairs sitting, or they did at least in store recently. I see somebody return a pair to Soul Play, 8.5. Might want to call them and ask. I don't know. Forgive me, Soul Play, if you're getting blown up calls about that, but somebody returned a pair recently. With that being said, though, it got to come down to number 5, and I honestly feel like I could move these numbers around. Like, this might be a number 3 down the road. Who knows? I got to see how I feel at the end of the year once I can sit back and just look at everything. But right now, number 5. Coming in at number 4, I will say the Jordan 1 85 high, black and white. I hyped these up. I hyped these shoes up. I thought these were going to be phenomenal. They sold out. They did all their thug thizzle. They did everything out there. They sold out. People flipped them. People did all that, right? I honestly thought, though, that this would have just been for some reason, the impact, the Twitters, the YouTube comments, like I just thought that this was going to be way more than what it is. It was still great. Still a great release, and it was still hard to get. Don't get me wrong. However, I had way higher expectations for the shoe than what actually came out of it. However, it did fairly well, you know. Releasing on the 15th, retail was $200. And overall, I think it's a pretty solid shoe, man. Like, I'm going to be definitely rocking this one. I've already rocked it. I'm going to continue to rock it. I think that the fact that it mimicked the Panda, even though this kind of colorway came out like back in 2000, and this colorway is old. It's not as new as people think. I just thought that I was for some reason thinking Panda, but thinking then again, like now I'm like, bro, they're not gonna keep like releasing this shoe over and over like they do the Panda. The Panda is pretty much a damn Air Force One at this point, as far as how many times they're re-releasing the shoe. I just saw a stock Soul Play just got a whole size run that just dropped online that went, and they'll probably get more down the road. Like Panda, if you don't got a pair of Pandas at this point and you're trying to get a pair of Pandas, you ain't trying. That's just it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, because those things retro every other week, pretty much. You just gotta keep your eyes open in the streets. With that being said, I still have respect for the shoe. I definitely think this shoe was a banger for, you know, a banger definitely. And what, this is the only 85 high that's released this year, right? I might be jumping the gun, but I want to say this is the only 85 high that came out. If not, it's definitely one of only 2 or 3 if I'm that incorrect, but I like them a lot. Coming in at number 3, we have the Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Black Olive. Releasing April 26, retails $150. The Black Olives definitely, they definitely did well. I mean, these could possibly be a top, well, it's a top 3. It could be a 2 or 1. For some of y'all, this might be the sneaker of the year for you. Bull told me this past weekend that he liked these more than these. And I was like, bro, you serious? He said he liked the Black Olives more than the low top reverse mochas. So, I mean, to each its own. And honestly, you know, these might be a little bit more easier to match with whatever you want because of that white and black. And then the olive, you could just pretty much throw anything on with olive at the end of the day, in my opinion, at least. I could wear this shirt right here and be good. So overall, I get it. You know, I understand. I respect it. This was a women's, women's exclusive. This, along with the Alma Year 12, along with the TEYANA Taylor. So, ladies, y'all got some exclusives that were banging. However, you know, I'm a man and I got the women exclusive. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself, but look, bro, it's not me. It's Jordan Brand. They know what they're doing, okay? They know what they are doing, okay? They call it a women exclusive, but they put it up to size 37. You feel me? For Bigfoot boys to get involved. They know what they're doing. Don't play with the late. Look, Travis Scott was wearing a shoe. How is Travis Scott wearing a shoe that's for? We're not gonna talk about labels today, okay? Just moving on. However, this shoe, I give it up. It's nice, and it's something. The more and more I see and have, I like the shoe more and more. So, you know, salutes. It's Travis Scott, number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the Air Force One Tiffany. These released on March 7th and retailed for $400. And y'all might be like, bro, you're tripping. Hey, I'm not tripping, okay? Tiffany Co. actually collabed with Air Force One, or with Nike. We've known about the Nike Dunk Tiffany's for quite some time now. It's been a colorway, not an actual company. It was the Nike Dunk SB with Diamond collab, Diamond Supply, and that was being called the Tiffany. Well, the actual company came out and collaborated with Nike. I think, in my personal opinion, this shoe was more of a collection item for me than for something that I cared. Like $400. I look at this almost as an investment. Y'all might call it crazy or whatever, but this shoe, in my opinion, it's gonna go up in price, bro. As time goes on, it's just gonna keep going up. It's a collaboration with 2 big brands, 2 of the biggest brands in each of their own industries, collabing together. And for that reasoning, it's like it's a piece of history, bro. And who's to say it might happen again, or when, or how? Even if it does happen again, it's not gonna devalue the first one that ever came out. So I wanted this shoe. I wanted this for a collector's item. It's like, this is a collector's item. A shoe that you wear versus a collector's item, 2 different things for me. This is a collector's item for me. It is what it is. And with that being said, regardless of the price, anything involved, the names, you can blame it. The names itself. You know, man, if you took Travis Scott off, if you took Tiffany off of it, yeah, exactly. But that's what makes the shoe great. Tiffany involved on this shoe. This shoe right here, collector's item. Number 2, it's big. It's a big release. This is a big release if you've been doing sneakers for quite some time, trust me. Coming in at number 1, and once again talking about collabs, is the Jordan 4 Nike SB. Releasing on March 21st for a retail price point of $225, we have the Nike SB and the Jordan 4 collaboration. 2 brands, once again collabing, just like Tiffany. And a brand that's collaborated on more shoes than, you know, just one. We have the Jordan 1 Nike SB. This is the LA to Chicago. The Lance Mountains that released a couple years back was another collaboration. Another one I want to say, I forgot it was, but I always talk about it, is black and like olive. There's been a couple of Jordan and SB collabs over the years, but this is where they finally kind of took it out of that Jordan 1 phase and brought it with a Jordan 4. And they really did some differences. Like, it's actually a shoe that's built for skateboarding, in my opinion. It feels different than your typical Jordan 4. It's not a just random Jordan 4 that's slapped on SB Jordan 4. No, it's got rubberized on the back, the gum bottom for better traction. You got some differences going on the tongue, as far as it is way more fluffy and plush like an SB. The insole, I believe they took some stuff out for better like balance or something. There was some technology that was taken out or put in or moved around, I believe. Salutes to Nightwing for providing that information. The actual toe box right here, you have this more rough of a suede to help prevent that scuffing. Same goes for the actual wingtips being rubberized in your typical plastic to also be willing to be scruffed up and not actually leave a mark. So they did a lot of changes for this shoe, and in my opinion, this shoe right now is definitely #1 on my list. Let me know you guys' top 5 down below in the comment section, and I want to hear it, man, from y'all. First and foremost, top 5 lists in the comment section of what you guys liked so far that released. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the list. If you don't like it, if you like it, it's all good. It's all gravy. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.